What's up, YouTube? It's your boy RJ here again. Today I have a trade breakdown for you guys. It's gonna be Canopy Growth, ticker symbol CGC. Made a very nice day trade on it on Friday, May the 15th. So I'm gonna show you guys what I did, and maybe you guys could use this to help you guys and get you guys. Alright, y'all. So I have CGC here. This is the 1 hour chart on CGC. Before the day even started on Friday, May the 15th, I knew I was going to trade CGC. Okay, so when you're day trading, there's a few things that's going to dictate the way that you get into a trade when you're day trading. That would be news, support and resistance, and the price action. So CGC had some very great news, and it honestly wasn't even about them. Iora Cannabis, which is a stock in the same sector as CGC, the cannabis sector, they had good news. They beat earnings. Well, they did beat earnings. They beat on revenue. So they made more money this quarter than people thought it was going to make. So the deal with the cannabis sector is it's so new that people don't know which one is the Apple, which one is the Amazon. You know, they don't know who the top dogs are. So when one company gets good news, it's good news for all of them. And vice versa. When one company gets bad news, it's bad news for all of them. So since they had good news, I already knew that I was going to trade this today with a call option. Okay, calls just, I know that it's going to go up, so I'm going to get a call option. Okay, so looking at CGC here on this 1 hour chart, I had some supports and resistances already set previously due to CGC is a stock that I regularly trade. Supports are just places where the stock has had trouble going below. So you can see that here. I have one at 14.6. It could not go below 14.6 for a while, and it could not hardly get above 1531 for a while either. And you can see here 1531 actually turned into a support once it broke above. Okay, and then it was pretty much just bouncing between 1531 and 14.6 for a few days, and it finally broke below. Okay, so you're day trading. You know, I said you want to look at the news. You also want to look at what it's doing with support and resistances, and you want to look at pre-market data. All right, so support and resistance in pre-market is very, very important. Okay, so I can see here it has a pre-market resistance right at the level that I previously already had set. All right, so at that 14.6 level, it's resistance there in pre-market, but it's also a support when it was previously above it. So when something breaks below support, it'll usually come back down and retest it as a resistance. So I knew that if CGC was to break above 1462, I would end up playing this with a call option. I would buy it saying that it's going to go up. All right, so I'm going to switch to the 1 minute here. You can see we look at CGC here. But when market opens and it end up breaking above it fairly quickly, so I entered it. I entered CGC, this candle right here, when it broke above. It had really good volume, so I entered, and it ended up coming down some. But I did not panic when I got into CGC and it started coming down. The reason for that is when something goes up significantly, like this was a pretty nice run up right here from 1392 all the way up to about 15. So it was bound for a pullback. When something goes up like that, it has to pull back and form some type of pattern, or just, you know, just go up and down until it finally breaks. Okay, so I knew I was not going to get out CGC unless it broke below my pre-market low or pre-market support. Okay, so if I look at my pre-market right here, I can see I have a low of about 13.89, somewhere around there. And I have a few bits of support here also on CGC. So these was the areas where if it was getting down here, I was gonna be like, okay, maybe I need to look for an exit because this trade is not going my way. All right, so I got a CGC, and it ended up doing really good, you know, the first few minutes, and it ended up coming back down. But once again, I didn't panic because it didn't even touch the place where I was going to start looking to maybe cut it. All right, so when it pulled back, it did form a little bit of a pattern. All right, so these patterns are what you want to look out for. And when they form these patterns, you're just basically looking for it to break above or below, you know, whatever pattern that you see. So this right here is, I would say this is a bull flag, or some people would like to call it a wedge. Either one would be fine, honestly. So when it formed this right here, it's definitely looking more like a bull flag. But when it formed this right here, I was just basically looking for it to break above or below. If it would have broke below this point, I seen it would have came down to my support, and I would have probably been looking to get out. But when it broke above, you can see it ended up pushing above my resistance again, and it ended up pushing up. All right, so boom, the trade is going great. Now, when something pushes past a resistance, it goes to the next resistance most of the time. All right, so you can see CGC started going up, and it ended up going here. You can see right where it went, it started struggling a little bit right here at my next resistance at 1531. Now, once again, I'm going to show you guys 1531 is a area of interest here. You see 1531 here was a pretty heavy support and a pretty heavy resistance. So if CGC would have started coming back down, I would have been looking to take profits there. All right, but you know, CGC ended up pushing above my resistance here, and you can see the volume, how much the volume increased on these pushes above. Okay, so I knew CGC was going to be great. So it ended up pushing all the way up and almost hit $16. So I left this trade at 3 o'clock, which is this candle right here, because I just didn't want to, you know, chance it with the market. The market has been moving very volatile as of late, you know, with the coronavirus and everything else going on. So I just didn't want to chance it. All right, so this trade right here was very, you know, it was very straightforward, very simple, and it made me almost 80%. It was 78% that I ended up making. So the only thing that I had to know with this trade is, you know, this is a great day trade, and what you have to know, you have to have some news, you have to have your support and resistances set, and you have to have some idea of what price action is telling you. Price action is just how the candles are moving. Okay, so all three of those I used and was able to make a great trade on CGC. All right, so that was pretty much it for this trade right here. Very simple. Wasn't too much to it. So I appreciate y'all for watching this. You guys like this, like these trade breakdowns that I do, let me know down below, and I'll continue to do some more. Thank y'all. Peace. If you would like to see more videos like this in the future, please like, leave a comment, and subscribe.